Hi guys, hope you're doing good today. So today, I just wanted to go away from like actually doing automations to actually talk about some opportunities that I'm seeing and that I'm trying to work on. It makes no sense, and I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to be 1 year older from this date and still be making um simple automations, whether simple or complex automations for people. All that is pretty cool and it helps people and it brings in money to my pocket. But I think the end goal is really to build something that can scale and then something that I can sell. And so, with this idea in mind, I've been having an idea more recently on how I can turn, automations into something amazing. And I watched a similar video on Simon Albeck's channel, and he was talking about a really interesting idea that I think is really makes sense. Now, what problems do automation solve? Automation solve the problem of the fact that if a business owner, for instance, had to go out manually and, for example, do lead generation on their own, they're either going to spend a lot of their time, which they don't have because they should be working on the business and not in the business, or they're going to spend a lot of money they don't have paying an external lead generation agency that also qualifies it, maybe also does cold emailing for them. But the idea of automation is that it saves them time, it saves them money, which we all know because yeah, everybody builds anything automations this day, and that's awesome. Uh, for me though, I'm someone who has been in software for 5 plus years. I've built about 17 plus startups. Well, maybe startup ideas, some of them MVP, some of them fully fledged products in the last 1.5 years. Now, most of them have not gone anywhere, and that's mainly because I'm bad at marketing. I'm trying to get better at it, and I'm getting better at it. But also because I don't find out the needs of the people originally. Now, the idea of having a service business where I build automations for people teaches me that these things are very much needed by businesses. For instance, every business or most businesses would need leads every single week, every single day. So this teaches me, to think about what are the needs of the particular person, what can save them money or what can save them time or both, or what can also save them repetitive effort, which saves them from wasting money or time. Now, with this in mind, it then tells me that there's an opportunity to scale automation far beyond just a simple template that I build for people. Because here's the catch. Sometimes we deal with business owners who are tech savvy so they can set up these things and they can manage it by themselves, but there's still a bit of a gap whereby, and this is why people love SaaS, because the idea is that they don't have to worry about anything. They put in what they want and it gives them the results that they want. And the idea with automation, especially with anything now, is that it makes the process so much more easier to build an automation. The idea is that I can simply take an automation template and I can put it on the back end, connect it up with some databases and things like that, and call it as an API, maybe using a webhook within the system, call it within my own SaaS, which I actually do for one of the SaaS that I already have, and it's an idea that I have for another SaaS. And then now the idea is if the automation already saves them time and money. Now, what if we could go further and save them even more time and money? Because I'm telling you, as a business owner myself, I don't think I really want to be managing anything automations whilst I'm working. Now I can do that because I'm tech savvy and I enjoy it, but most of the people you're building automations for are not tech savvy. Most of them don't even want to learn it. They don't want to spend the time, learning it. They don't want to spend extra money on, all those mumbo jumbo. They don't want to know that, oh, because you are building a lead generation automation for them, you have to pay $59 for Apollo. You have to pay maybe $30 a month to scrape the LinkedIn profiles of the people that you got from Apollo using API, and then various other, and the amazing thing about it is, yes, it does lower the cost. And for most business owners, if they were paying $2,000 to an agency before and now they are paying maybe $200 in subscriptions, it's not that big of a deal anymore because that's a 90% savings that they've gotten. But the idea is that you save them the mental effort of having to go into that system to tweak it, the mental effort of having to keep paying the subscriptions and make sure that it actually runs the way it's supposed to, and managing the whole thing. But the idea is you offload all of that into a SaaS, whereby they don't have to worry about subscriptions, they don't have to worry about maintaining the system. All they have to do is enter into the system, give the particular things that they want to the system, and the system delivers the results consistently every single day or every single week or every single month. Now, this is the idea. So I currently have an idea, because it's one of the problems that I face in my business, to generate leads. And so the idea is that I discover what's my ICP, that is, what's my initial customer profile, or whatever that acronym means, and then basically I get all the information from the customer, they put it in the SaaS, which is just a simple front end, and that goes, it's connected to their calendar, and it goes out, it fetches those kind of leads for them, it writes cold emails and it sends it to them, it sends them a LinkedIn connection request with a simple 300 character limit message as well. After it does that, it keeps following up to see if they respond. At a point, it marks them as done. A whole kind of simple CRM system that says, oh, this person is in this stage at this point, now this person has responded. And when they do respond, at that point we can either get the business owner to jump in, but sometimes you don't want to have to learn the skills of cold emailing and everything like that. So we could have a fully autonomous agent that takes through the whole process, and then it speaks to them basically on their interests at first. When it gets them talking, it asks them about problems that they're having in their business, and then suggests that I have a really valuable thing that I've built for you on this. Could I get 15 minutes of your time to show it to you and stuff like that? And then it also sends the calendar link, which will already be part of the options that you put in the SaaS. It sends it to them, and you just see bookings on your calendar. So the essential idea from start to finish is putting your initial customer profile, their location, everything that you can think about them. The system goes out and it searches for it, and then every single day you see 10 to 20 appointments booked on your calendar. Now, think about it as a business owner. That's what I want. I just want the inputs and the outputs. I don't really care about how it's working. And some people do care. Being a tech person myself, of course I care how the system is working. But think about the local dentist, or that's trying to get the business of a particular company, or think of the local retailer that's trying to get the business of a particular company, and things like that. They don't really care about how the system works. They want to put in inputs and get outputs. So I think there's a massive opportunity here, especially in niche markets. If you can find a niche market of, retailers in a particular place, or I'm still trying to figure out where the market really is for this, but I believe that there actually is the market for people who don't want to manage the subscriptions, don't want to manage the tech. They just want to put inputs and get output. So I think this might be one of the ways to capitalize on the Anything, crazy trend and everything like that. And I think Anything is just going to get much more bigger and bigger and bigger with the way things are going right now. So it's one of the things that I'm investing in to try and understand. I hope you do as well. Thank you very much for watching.